What's up, babies? So in this YouTube video, I am going to talk about how to act as if you are already the person you want to become and why it's important.
Started from the bottom, now I'm on top. Used to be broke, but now I can't stop. Oh yeah, Ariella, the queen of the game.
So, before I got on this journey, right, as you can see, guys, let me just show you a quick recap of what I'm doing here. Don't mind my house. I am on a 5-hour Zoom meeting with my entire team. And, you know, my team makes $2 million a month, every single month. So trust me when I say everything I'm telling you, I personally used myself. So when I get started on this journey, I had a journal. And I wrote down everything I would do when I attracted $30,000 a month. And I still have this journal. I'll try to find it for you for a later clip. But in this journal, I wrote down that I would have a chef, I would have a maid, I would have a pink Maserati, which if you follow me, you know that I've been there and done that. Had that car for 3 years. I would then have a McLaren, which I now have now. I would have 3 investment properties, a private plane. I have all of that now, but the private plane, we are still working on that. A big thing is because it's not a major goal for me anymore. In fact, I'm kind of afraid of that. I'm okay with flying business and first class for now. But you had to get very clear. And in order to get very clear, I would show up to the dealership and act as if I had money, even though I didn't. And I would say, hey, I want to buy this car. And it was a Maserati. I never drove a Maserati, so if I wanted to attract driving or buying a Maserati, how can I if I don't know what it feels like, what it drives like, how the inside looks like, the start button, because it's a button, okay? It's not, you're not turning the ignition, it's a start button. The sound system. You need to get very familiar with the things you want. Then if I wanted to move into $1 million home, well, what does the community look like in $1 million home? How are the people like? How is the neighborhood like? How are the houses like? So what I did was I started to go to open houses for $2 million, $3 million homes. Pretend I wanted to buy it, okay? This is not a crime. Pretend I want to buy the house. I would go in, introduce myself, sign a little paper in the front, and say, yes, I'm on the market, I'm looking for houses. And I would meet the realtors and they would show me all these beautiful $1 million houses. I would see what the closets look like, what the showers and bathtubs looks like in different brackets of $1 million houses versus $2 million houses. There is a difference. But if I didn't get familiar with that, I would have never been able to manifest that. So that's super important because you need to be able to know what you want to attract and feel it and visualize it with all of your senses. You can't just think about it like from La La Land. You have to be really familiar with it. So I got to see the houses, I test drove the car, and you know what's so funny? After 1 year, went back, I kept the car dealership's number and the car salesman. I texted him, I'm like, hey, I'm ready. And I bought the car from the same guy who I test drove the car with when I had not even $50 in my bank account. In fact, that week I was overdrafted. So you have to get familiar with these things. Like, for example, if you want to date a successful man or woman, you need to go hang out at the places that these people frequent, like hotel bars, expensive hotel bars. You know, you're not going to go to like the Embassy Suites. I mean, no shade to the Embassy Suites, but you want to go to like the Ritz-Carlton, the Four Seasons. You need to get around the energy and the aura of things that you like. And guys, this doesn't cost any money. This is free. So if you know when you get all this money, you want to maybe flex and go to designer, buy designer bags or clothes, go to those stores, window shop. You know, you don't have to be afraid. It's not illegal to like go in these stores and pretend. I would look at these bags that I want, pose with them, take a picture with them, you know, visualize me buying these bags. I would even try on the bag and have my friend at the time take a picture of me in Gucci and post to social media and be like, my new purchase, even though it was a lie. Okay, remember, we're faking it until we make it. So if a little lies need to come in now and then for your subconscious mind to believe it, so be it. When you're talking to other people and they're like, hey, do you want to go on vacation, or do you want to go to a movie, or do you want to go out to eat? How many times do you find yourself saying, oh, you know what, I can't afford that? Well, if you're saying those words out loud, how do you ever expect to obtain your goals? You have to pretend and act as if. So even if you can't afford it, don't ever say that. If you're not comfortable being like, oh, no, not today, maybe next week, but don't feel as if you are broke. You have to feel as if you're wealthy no matter what. Because if you know wealth is coming to you, you will not feel that you can't do this or that or whatever the case may be. You have to act as if you are already that person you want to become. If I could go back and tell my childhood self anything, it would be act as if, because that is the missing ingredient to everything. Let me give you a pro tip. When you're visualizing at night in the state akin prior to sleep, you need to think about your visualization as if you are already living it from the first person, not like you're seeing it on a movie screen. So do you know why when we go see a scary movie, we get afraid? Do we really think, Jason or Michael Myers is chasing us and we're gonna die? No, of course not. But we get afraid because our subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between reality and fiction, okay? It does not know the difference. So when we go to sleep, the state akin to sleep, so right before you're drifting off to sleep, when you visualize your perfect daily routine, you need to be clear about it. So I always suggest journaling. Write what your perfect day will look like, your perfect month. If you had all this money, X amount of money saved up in your bank account and you're making a consistent amount of income. So for me, it was 30 grand a month and I had $1 million saved. That was my visualization. How would you act? I need you to get very clear. Don't just say I want to be free, because you are free. Go outside your house right now. You're free, right? You're not locked up. You're not in jail. So it's clarity is power. Type that in the comments below. Type clarity is power, because you need to be very specific in what you want to attract. Then, and only then, when you have a full journal, like a few pages of what you want to manifest, then you're allowed to visualize it in great detail. I want you to feel the steering wheel of your dream car. Smell that new car smell. Okay, if you're eating at the fine restaurants, taste that food. I want you to see all the beautiful people around you. I want you to smell all the different odors around you. Okay, you need to use all of your senses. Touch the car, touch the chandelier of the house. Look at how high the doorways are. You need to really use your imagination in depth every single night. Let that be the last thing you do every single night. And trust me, your visualization will come to pass much sooner than not. But you have to stay consistent. And in your waking hours, use all the tips and tricks I share on this YouTube channel with you. And there is no way you cannot obtain your goal. It's only a matter of time. All right, if you guys like my content, make sure, like always, to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.